Hello, welcome along. Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench. You may remember earlier in the week I did a review of this little kit from Heller, and it appears to be a lovely little kit. A few of you have asked if it's a retool of Hasegawa or Fujimi or whatever. It's not. As I said in the review, as I said in the title, it's a brand new tool. Okay, it's no one else's tooling. It's brand new, and it's very, very nice. It's very crisp, very sharp. So in that review, we looked, part of the review, as we always do, we looked at the instructions and we went through, and the first thing we noticed, well, one of the first things we noticed, here it tells us to put in 40 grams. So the question you may be asking yourself is, well, where is it going to go? Well, you have got room in front of the cockpit in the nose. You can see here, you've got room here for it to go in, and also you've got this landing light assembly thing that's going in there. Which goes in here, so you may be able to sort of drill a hole in that so you can get balls in or something if you need to get any more in, but whatever. So yeah, we discussed this, and then of course you have the option as well to build the model with the wings folded, as you can see here. So obviously if you have the wings folded, you're adding a lot more weight to the back of the aircraft, so worth remembering. So what I said in the video, I said I would do a dummy build and we'll see how much weight we need with wings straight and with wings folded. So here is the model, sort of basically taped together. And what I've done here, I've got some dust on it already. I've actually built fuselage halves, wing, center section, tail, and then sort of taped the bits on in their relevant position. You can see here, I've left the ailerons on their sprue, I've left the flaps on their sprue. I haven't bothered fitting the flaps onto the inner wing section because there's such a tiny little bit, behind the undercarriage. It's also worth remembering, I don't know if you can see that stick under there. Here's the stick here. The undercarriage is fairly towards the trailing edge of the wing, so make sure you get that as well if you're going to do the similar thing to me. So it's basically sat here now with wings folded and everything sort of taped in place. So we'll see how much weight we need here to bring the nose down. Now, obviously, if you can get the weight in here, you'll need less, but I'm going to put it on top of the cockpit purely for ease of this video. So I've got here some car wheel weights, and this is 10.5, 10.5. So that's 30 grams there, okay? In fact, we'll just grab our scales and we'll just check that it is actually 30 grams. Let's have a quick check a minute, hang on. 29.6 grams, so near enough 30 grams. So 30 grams, balance that on there, 30 grams is not enough, okay? It's not enough to make it sit on its nose. So here's 10 grams, so that's going to make it 40 grams as suggested in the manual. And 40 grams is enough to make it sit on its nose, but it is just off teetering. Okay, now bear in mind, I don't have the engines fitted here, which will add weight forward. I don't have any cockpit internals, which will add weight forward. And we've got extra sprues here on the ailerons and on the flaps. So I think 40 grams is probably going to be enough, even if you go with wings folded. Okay, now don't take my word for it. Don't start thinking you're going to sue me if you mess your model up, because I'm basically just trying out to see what Heller have suggested, and if we'd found that we needed 60 grams, it would have been well worthwhile letting you know. So there we go, there's 40 grams, wings folded. It looks like it's going to be enough, okay? I would probably be tempted to add another 10 and put 50 grams in there. Okay, if it will stay on there, because that'll give it a bit more. You must remember as well, people will say, oh my god, 50 grams, that's all that weight on that nose wheel. It's not, it's only a few grams on the nose, because basically you must remember, well, I don't know if I can get my scales under there, but you must remember that basically it's a counterbalance. So the nose is not actually feeling 50 grams, the nose is only feeling, but I don't think I can get it on there. I'll tell you what, I'm going to lift this up and we'll just try it. I've put a couple of sanding sponges under it to raise it. So we'll put our, we're going to put this underneath as well, because when it comes down, So we've got our 30 grams on there now. We'll add another 10, so that's 40 as suggested. And you can see the weight of the nose, I don't know if you can see it on there, is actually 3.6. So if I add another 10, it goes up to 12.7 or whatever. You have to remember the weights that are on here are going to be quite, ambiguous. So yeah, that nose wheel is only experiencing 12 grams of weight. The main gear is going to experience a lot more, but the actual nose wheel is not experiencing, the 50 grams that we've got on there. So what I want to do now, take this down off of here, get rid of those weights. Okay, and what we're going to do is take these wings off. There you go, take them off like that. Get a bit of tape out of there. And we can add that tape just to hold that in. And then we're going to put the wing, got these lovely spars that just slot in really nicely. Then we'll do the same on this side. As you can see, it's all just taped together and very, very floppy. Put this down and then get that tape off of there. We'll add a bit of tape to there to hold those ailerons in place. As long as they're roughly in the right position, it doesn't really matter. As I say, we don't have any engines or anything, which are only going to help. I don't think I've left anything off that's going to add weight to the rear. I mean, you've got the arrestor hook and stuff like that, but I don't think I've left anything off of a major that's going to make any difference. Okay, so there's our wings fitted now, extended. You can see how beautifully it goes together. The plastic is very nice as well. The plastic is really nice to work with. So there's our aircraft with our wings extended, all a bit floppy as you can see, but it's there. In fact, I'm going to take that piece of tape off of there and I'm going to add it to the top of this wing to hold it all together. That should help a bit. Right, so that's on there now, just like so. So we'll take we've got our scales under here to catch it. We'll take our 30 grams of weight, and as you can see, it's enough. It's got 8 grams, so I would probably go for the 40 grams anyway. You're going to end up with 18 grams or whatever on the front. You got 18.3 grams, and you're guaranteed then you're not going to be building a tail sitter. Okay, I use the word guaranteed in my books. I think what I'm going to do with mine is put 50 grams in the nose. In fact, let's just see if we do put 50 grams in the nose and we decide to go with wings out. So that's 40, there's 50. We're putting 25 grams of weight on the nose wheel, which is not a lot. It'll support that absolutely fine. But it's not a good thing to put excess weight. But just in case, if you're not sure, if you want to build the model and you're not sure you want to go wings back or wings out, then you can go from there. You can go with your 50 grams and be guaranteed you'll be okay either way. Or if you know you're going to go wings out, go 35, 40 grams, whatever, and you'll be fine. I mean, there's, as I say, 30 grams is enough to hold it down. There's 8 grams on the nose there. I mean, 35 perhaps gives you 12 grams of weight on the nose. So there we are. All right. So thank you for watching. I hope that's been informative for any of you that are going to get this model. And don't forget, if you go to, if you want to go and get one of these from Jadlam, you'll get 10% off. Use the code NMB10 and you can get 10% off until May the 31st. So you've got another 5 days left. Okay. I'll see you all soon. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.